Today, we're taking a practical look at how to create a bootable Windows 11 USB drive safely. Goal: create a Windows 11 installation USB that can boot a modern PC without accidentally erasing the wrong storage device. The safest approach is Microsoft's official media creation workflow, followed by a non-destructive boot test. This guide also explains ISO integrity checks, UEFI Secure Boot, storage driver issues, and how to reuse the USB later. Quick steps: use a USB drive of at least 8 GB that contains no unique data. Confirm its capacity and disconnect other removable drives you do not need. Download Windows 11 installation media only from Microsoft. Use Media Creation tool and select the correct USB drive. Wait until the tool reports that the media is ready. Open the target PC's one-time boot menu and boot the USB in UEFI mode. Stop at the initial Windows setup screen if you only want to test the USB. Expected result: the USB appears as a UEFI boot device and reaches Windows setup without modifying the internal disk. What you need before you start: an 8 GB or larger USB flash drive that can be erased completely, a Windows PC with a stable internet connection, Microsoft's official Windows 11 download page or media creation tool, the target PC model if you may need storage or network drivers later. Important: the media creation process overwrites the selected USB. Copy anything important off the drive first and verify the drive's capacity before confirming. Use Microsoft's official creation tool. The graphical media creation tool is safer for most users than low-level disk commands because it shows the removable device you are about to use. Download it from Microsoft, launch it, choose the option to create installation media, and select the USB flash drive. Do not use a random third-party Windows ISO website for a standard installation. If you download an ISO, understand what a hash can and cannot prove. A SHA-256 hash can confirm that two copies of the same ISO are identical and can detect corruption. It proves authenticity only when you compare the result with a trusted reference value for that exact image. Run the following in PowerShell without administrator rights. Replace the path with the ISO file you downloaded. Get file hash algorithm SHA-256C /path/win11 eyes. PowerShell returns a SHA-256 value. Compare it character for character with a trusted value if Microsoft provides one for the exact download. If the values differ, do not use that copy. The command is read-only. A second example using the preserved original command: the following block performs the same read-only operation with a different example path. Replace C /path/Windows 11 ISO with the real ISO path. Get file hash algorithm SHA-256C /path/Windows 11 ISO. If two files that are supposed to be identical produce different hashes, stop and determine which copy is correct before creating media. UEFI and Secure Boot Windows 11 PCs normally use UEFI firmware and Secure Boot. If the USB does not appear, do not immediately switch the firmware to legacy CSM mode or permanently disable security features. Recreate the media with Microsoft's tool, try another port, and check the device manufacturer's boot menu instructions first. Perform a non-destructive boot test, leave the internal disk unchanged, and insert the USB. Open the computer's one-time boot menu. Select the UEFI entry corresponding to the USB drive. Wait for Windows setup to reach the language keyboard screen. Exit the installer before any partitioning operation if your goal is only to test the media. This verifies that the USB is readable and that the firmware can boot it. It does not guarantee that every device driver will be available during or after installation, so for very new hardware, it can be useful to keep the manufacturer's network or storage driver available separately. For more details, read the complete article on the blog.